Double Take Sports Talk. 5 good minutes with the Watch Brothers. Coming up on the show. New week, new football. We're starting off week 7 of football, Thursday night football. Chicago Bears, Green Bay Packers. We'll discuss all the details and analysis coming up next. All right, this is it. Double Take Sports Talk 5 good minutes with the Watch Brothers. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Daryl on the side, well, on the other side of the neighborhood. Say hello to everybody. Welcome to the show. All right.
7 already.
All right. Huh?
Week 7 already.
Week 7. We got week 7 in the books. I mean, get ready to be filled with books. All right. So we got on the docket today, we got the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers as our kickoff for Thursday night football. All right. You ready to rock this one there?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All righty.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, was you sharing what to know for week 7?
As a matter of fact, I forgot all about that. I'm glad you brought that up. I think it may not be anything, but I can always check it out. But I don't think there's nothing really there. I'll find out just really, really quick.
Yep.
Yep, it's here. Never mind.
Oh, go ahead then. Oh,
Okay.
We'll just go ahead and put the pause to 5 minutes then. It's only one game.
Okay, that's fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, our 5 minutes starts now.
Okay. Thursday night football. We got the Chicago Bears traveling to Green Bay, Wisconsin to take on the Packers. Let's see here. Of course, last week, the Bears pulled out a shocking win against the Jacksonville Jaguars, 17-16. Green Bay's last loss last week also to the Dallas Cowboys, 30-16. Game will be broadcast on CBS, NFL Network, and Twitter at 8:25 p.m. And the last game that they had met was November 26th of 2015. The Bears pulled off a 4-point win, 17-13. That's when Jay Cutler threw for 200 yards and a touchdown. And the Bears receiver, Alshon Jeffrey, had 7 receptions for 90 yards, and Jeremy Langford, running back, had a rushing touchdown. Some important things to note for this. Brian Hoyer has 300-plus passing yards in all 4 starts with the Bears. The rookie running back, Jordan Howard, has first career rushing touchdown last week. And he has 100-plus rushing yards in 2 of the past 3 games. And Aaron Rodgers is 12-4 as a starter versus Chicago. He has 4 passing touchdowns and only a pick for a 127 rating, even, in the past 4 meetings. And not that it's going to matter. It's not going to be a big factor. Eddie Lacy had rushed 105 yards and had a touchdown catch in the last meeting. Is there anything else you want to add to the analysis part of this, Darren?
Just the league rankings. The Chicago Bears is 7th in offense. Green Bay's 25th in offense.
25th?
25th, yes. 25th. And
wow.
Total offense, yes. And the defense, the Bears is 11th, and Green Bay is 10th in defense. The Bears is 4th in passing, and the Packers is 25th in passing. And in rushing, the Chicago Bears is 23rd, and the Green Bay Packers is 16th in rushing. And that's just a little league rankings for this upcoming Week 7 game, Green Bay Packers, Chicago Bears. So, that being said, after careful considerations, I'm seeing that you had a little bit of time to look at this game and study it. Who do you have in this game?
Well, this is going to be a toss-up because either way, it looks like it's going to be a low-scoring game, and I say that because the Bears and the Packers running game is not going to be as efficient as it's supposed to be. Brian Hoyer is doing good. Aaron Rodgers has done pretty good. I can't really consider, all the factors of it. Oh, and before I actually give my prediction, let me go through the injury list real quick. There are some questionable people into this contest. They just added running back Nile Davis. He is questionable with a concussion.
They just picked him up off Kansas City, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. They just picked him up. Yep. Brian Bulaga, he has a back injury. He is also questionable. This is for Green Bay, excuse me, as I say this. Jared Abraders, I guess it is. He's questionable. Randall Cobb is questionable. Devontae Adams is questionable. Demarius Randall is questionable. Chris Banjo and Quentin Rollins are all questionable. So meaning that they are unknown. Now, who is out is Eddie Lacy, James Starks, and James Cook. That's going to be big.
Yeah, it's all running backs.
Eddie Lacy's going to be out for several weeks, and James Starks is just out right now for a knee tear. 4 weeks. And for Chicago, good. Gosh. Let me just get straight to the point with this one. Zach Miller, Eddie Goldman, Tracy Porter, Jarrell Freeman, Eddie Royal, Bryce Callahan, Jay Cutler, Floyd, Sam Achu, and DeAndre Hall are questionable. Jeremy Langford and Josh Sitton is out. So with that being said, like I said, I don't know how this is going to go. I didn't pick Chicago last week, but I got some pretty positive points. I am going to have to go with Green Bay in this game.
Yeah, I'm with you. Green Bay, although that their rushing game is not very good, since considering that all good running backs are out of this game and been out the previous games, I believe Aaron Rodgers can hold up this defense because they only rank one less than what Chicago ranks in defense.
Right.
So they're pretty much going to balance out in this game. So, yeah, I'm with you. I'm going with Green Bay for this game. And I believe Aaron Rodgers is pretty much going to hold up the load on his end. So I'm definitely going with that.
Yeah, and like I said, it's probably going to be a low-scoring game there because I can't see them getting no more than 20 points.
Yeah. Well, I think Green Bay's going to not blow them out, but I think they're going to beat them by a pretty large margin.
Yeah, I truly believe that, but at the same time, let's just see how it works out. This is going to be a pretty interesting game, especially based on how most of the offense is out of this game. Yeah. So it's going to be pretty interesting how this works out.
Very interesting. Very interesting. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our 5 minutes. Thanks for listening, Sean.
All right. You can check us out on the social media side and listen to more of our podcasts. You can follow us on Twitter at DTST2414. Like us on Facebook, Double Take Sports Talk page at The Watch Brothers. Subscribe on YouTube and also subscribe to our podcast on the podcast app featuring iTunes. We got the blog, Feature Critical Thinking and Analysis. You can check that out at doubleTakeSportsTalk.blogspot.com. There.
The Cubs won?
Yes, they did.
Good.
They evened the series at 2-2. They won 10-2.
Oh, man. But they scored 5 more runs from the last time we were talking about it.
Yeah, and they needed this big road win. They needed it.
Yeah, they need that.
And they did, going into this game, they did say that they will improve. And they did just that. They said that they was confident going into this game. They was confident.
Yeah.
So that right there tells you that if they can overcome this, they could probably pull this series off. Now, it'd be nice if they win Game 4. This is going to be tough because the Dodgers is not playing either.
Yeah, the Dodgers, they give them a tough competition.
Yeah, they're not playing. The
Wow.
Dodgers are not playing.
Whilst Cleveland's just sitting there rusting themselves out.
They can just relax. But this is like a 7-game series right here, maybe even 6.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting for the most part to look at and see how this, if it's going to turn into a 7-game series, if it's going to turn into a 6-game series, or what. It's just going to be interesting to see.
Yeah. So, with that being said, Darren, the Cubs had snapped 21-inning scoreless drought. And the last time they scored was, I believe it was Game 1.
Really?
October 15th.
Really? That's, wow.
Yes. October 15th was the last time they scored, and that's when they won Game 1 8-4. They have not scored none since until, I think, the 4th inning tonight. Well, yesterday.
They were confident.
I mean, yeah, but for them to be in a drought,
I mean,
good Lord, how do you build confidence like that?
Yeah, they hungry. That's what it is. They're hungry. So when you're hungry like that, it happens.
Yeah,
it happens when you're hungry.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And not to mention the Pacers lost too. So
Oh, I wasn't surprised by that. Who did they play?
they played the Bucks.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised by that. I don't think they really
Yeah.
gave it their all anyway.
I think it was 113 to 100, something like that.
Oh, I wasn't.
101,
I thought it was
like
gonna
that.
be. I thought it was gonna be
Yeah.
worse than that, but at least they didn't get a big nasty blowout.
Now that's not bad considering, but this is like I said, if they want to win, they got to score more points. They have to provide more.
Agreed.
They just have to provide more.
But I mean, considering with their fast-paced offense, it's looking pretty good to me. It's looking better than what I expected it to look.
Yeah, not to mention that they probably scored 100 points so far in every preseason game that they've had. That's pretty impressive.
That's a high-fire offense.
Yeah, that's a pretty impressive piece of thing. Oh, I needed to do what to look for for Week 7 real quick. I forgot to do it.
That's what I thought you was doing.
I forgot about it. I really did. Of course, it's not anything in my importance. Of course, you got another London game. The Rams and the Giants. They're a 9:30 game. And then there'll be another London game, I think, for Week 8. No. Whatever November 21st is, I'm not sure. No, that's probably Week
No, it's gonna be
12
the
or something like that.
It's going to be the 23rd,
Yeah.
the 30th, and the 21st.
Oh, sorry. No, that's a Mexico City game. I'm so sorry. Monday night. November 21st, the Raiders and the Texans. They would be at first ever Monday night football game to be played in Mexico outside the United States. then, with the International Series, since 2007, the first 15 games in London, 8 games has been decided by one score.
Interesting.
Of course, the last to do it, the Colts and Jaguars, 30-27.
Yep.
Yep. That was the last team to do it. They got a list down here, too. Oh, this is also for NFLcommunications.com. The injury list was provided by Pro Football Reference. For the close of games, the first 6 weeks of 2016 season, 50 games has been decided by 7 points or fewer, tied for the most in the season's first 6 weeks in NFL history since 1999. Well, that was 1999. That was the last time that happened. With 8 games decided by 7 points or fewer in Week 7, the 2016 season would set the NFL record for the most games decided by 7 points or fewer through the first 7 weeks of a season. So 2012 was the last that was decided. 57 games were decided by 7 points or less through Week 7. Eli Manning had passed 403 yards and 3 touchdowns in last week's win over Baltimore, 23-27, becoming the 8th player in NFL history with 300 career touchdown passes, 302, and surpassing Pro Football Hall of Famer and current president John Elway for the 7th most touchdown passes of all time. And with him ranking 10th in NFL history with 45,000 yards, or over 45,000 yards, he needs 259 passing yards on Sunday against the Rams to pass Vinny Testaverde for the 9th most passing yards ever.
Vinny Testaverde, good God, I forgot about that man.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yep, they got the list here of active and Pro Football Hall of Famers of reached the 50,000. Well, actually, the all-time throwing list, of course, Vinny Testaverde, Fran Tarkenton, Warren Moon, Elway, Brady, Marino, Drew Brees, Brett Favre, and one Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Now, this was very interesting. Colts kicker Adam Vinatieri made 3 field goals without a miss in Indianapolis' 26-23 overtime loss versus Houston last week. Vinatieri, who leads the NFL with 62 points, has converted all 16 of his field goals attempts this season and has not missed a field goal since Week 2 of 2015. With 2 field goals made without a miss on Sunday at Tennessee, he would set the NFL record for most consecutive field goals made.
Yeah, ain't that previous record been set by Mike Vanderjagt?
42.
42.
Last player to do it.
Yep, 42. I remember that year.
And the last person to do it after we were before Vanderjagt
was it Morton or Gary Anderson?
Nope, Vinatieri again.
Oh.
41.
I thought one of the Anderson brothers or Anderson personnel did it.
Well, it's Matt Stover when he played for Baltimore. That was 2005 to 2006. He had 36 consecutive field goals made. Then it was Gary Anderson with San Francisco and Minnesota in 97-98. He had 40. Vinatieri with the Colts, 2015 to present, 41. And Vanderjagt with the Colts, 2002-2004. He had 42. And Vinatieri, he's going to get this one.
Yeah.
He's going to get this one.
Of all important field goals to miss, Mike Vanderjagt wishes to miss the one against Pittsburgh in the divisional game. After that, it went 14-2.
Stop it. Don't do that. I don't even want to talk about that. That right there.
Yeah.
Folks, that's what to look for Week 7. Moving on. Yeah.
Yep, that's all I have, man.
Me too, man. All right, let's go and call it a wrap. Let's get on out of here. All right, that is our show. Don't Take Sports Talk Podcast with the Watch Brothers. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Durham on the opposite side of the neighborhood. Darren?
Yep.
All right, catch up with us on another episode of Don't Take Sports Talk with the Watch Brothers. Until then, ciao.